Hi, welcome to the show. Jason Whitlock here. Thank you for joining me. We're going to continue the conversation we've been having about Nolan Wells, as far as we know at this point, the drowning victim outside of Mississippi or inside of Mississippi at Horn Island. We're calling him a drowning victim. Obviously, Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, Nolan Wells' family are suggesting that it's more than a drowning, and I think we're starting to figure out why. They have launched a GoFundMe in loving memory of Nolan Xavier Wells. They're up to about $650,000 on this GoFundMe. There's a report that Byron Allen, black billionaire, media mogul, has donated $100,000 to the Nolan Wells GoFundMe. This thing, I think, will get to $1 million. They got a goal of $750, but they just keep raising the goal every time they reach it, and it gets higher. You know, it may have started out at like $50,000, but now they're all the way up to the goal is $750,000, and I would suspect by the end of the day they'll have a goal of $850,000 because they'll surpass the $700,000 mark or whatever. It's troubling. Is what the only thing I can call this is troubling. That
Jason Whitlock has a lot to say about Nolan Wells' family setting up a GoFundMe. But where's that same energy for everyone else? Apparently, a family asking for help during a time of crisis is worth a whole lecture. When you got other political figures raising large amount of money for legal fees, bail, or personal use, suddenly that outrage and got real quiet, huh? Take Jake Lang, for instance. Him and Chud the Builder. Jake Lang became famous January the 6th, and he raised a substantial amount of money from his supporters. Then he was later granted a pardon by President Trump, and after 4 years he was set free by the president. So why wasn't Jason Whitlock delivering those speeches about accountability and responsibility and how people can't profit off of controversy? Where was those speeches at then? Or is your outrage selective outrage? Shout out Chris Rock. You can't take a family going through hardship. You can't take their situation and turn it into content. But when you got this other group of people over here doing the same exact thing and you don't say nothing to them, I guess they get a pass, huh? They get a pass. The family grieving. They just lost a son. And this ain't even about color. This is about a mother who lost a child. This is about a father who lost a child, who can't work. They gonna have to sit home and work and try to get things in order until their mind get back right. So they set up a GoFundMe because guess what? They trying to get justice. They not gonna be able to work like Tom Mike. They gonna have to be able to, all the money they have, they're gonna have to save. And they gonna have to spend money here and there to try to get justice for Nolan. Especially when you got the police department or the sheriff's office not helping them at all. And this is proof, facts. They not helping them. They trying to sweep everything under the rug. So you goddamn right they need some help. If anybody had to crowdfund, it should be them. This is a legitimate reason for help. But you got Jake Lang running around and antagonizing black people, or standing in front of the courthouse talking about how they should lynch people, how he would kill somebody, making terroristic threats, going back and forth to jail, and every time he go to jail, he make a GoFundMe, raising that almost $500,000 to $1 million on each one, and don't have to pay taxes on it. Why you not talking about this, Mr. Whitlock? If anybody deserve a talking to, it's Jay Lane or his buddy Chud the Builder, because they done turned antagonizing black people and running around starting shit into a career. They done made this a career, and we get the butt end of the stick every time. No matter what we do, it's gonna always be shown in a negative light. The family grieving, they make a GoFundMe, you find something negative to say about it. Everything about black, bad propaganda, no matter what it is. Only 12% of the population, but it seems like everything that we do hits mainstream media if it's bad. They don't want to show none of the positive shit, but if it's some fucked up bad shit, you can guarantee it's gonna make front page, or it's gonna be on every news media page it is online. You get online, all you see is a nigga done this, a nigga done that, a nigga done this, a nigga done that. When white folks do the same shit, bro, they do the same goddamn thing. Ain't one group no worse than the next. I don't even know how people got it in their head to feel like niggas, black people just do all wrong. I don't get it. But back to you, Mr. Whitlock. You can't preach responsibility selectively. Can't be done, bro. If you gonna preach to everybody. Preach to the whole congregation, man. So the question is not why does Nolan family create the GoFundMe? The real question is why the Jason Whitlock's outrage seem to depend on who is asking. That's the real question. Now I'm finna drop a couple of these GoFundMes so you know it's real. And each one of them is made by Jake Lane. So he can't say that somebody else got access to these accounts. You did this, bro. Straight up.